The most random stuff in
I
Misfits.
think we're live now.
Hey.
Sorry about that. My machine wanted to get foobar on me for a moment.
Hello.
Do we have audio? Let's check.
I could hear it.
Yep. All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Tuesday, buddy.
Happy Tuesday.
All right. Well, we're going to have a shorter session tonight, but still enough time to get into some trouble and make bad decisions. So we'll make the most of the time we have. So if you want to get into your recap, Velmer, we'll get right into it.
Well, diary, made it to Florin. We couldn't dock at port without an anchor, so the boss had us walk there, right across the water. We loaded up Vash into a floating barrel and went on our way. What I didn't expect was for him to then walk into the Nobles District like he owned the place. How does he know someone like this? Rita went off to find a place to stay while Amelia went with our guest to procure antidote supplies for Vash. Lady Penelope was very accommodating and allowed us to use her husband's workshop to make the antidote. It's a shame about her husband, though. Guess age catches up to everything. Except elves, I guess. She also gave the boss an address to some church that might help them find Khan. What's the worst that can happen? They pray to a shrine and summon a servant to their god and then partake in a ritual that allows them to peer into a realm beyond to converse with said god and get an artifact to assist them in their journey? Yeah, I don't think so. What was most concerning, though, but I saw it coming, was that Amelia really just went and shot Valus with the bolt I gave her back in town. Didn't even break her step, tone of voice, nothing. Just did a little pivot and shot him. I've got something I want to ask Lady Penelope before I can deal with the implications of all that, though. So, see you in a bit, diary.
Well done. Assign your inspiration as needed. Okay. So, right where we kind of left off, you guys had just recently shot your newly found friend, we'll call him, for lack of a better term. He is currently unconscious. I believe you did administer the antidote orally at the direction of the doctor who is currently at the estate. So with that, what do you guys wish to do next?
I was going to seek out Lady Penelope, and I imagine I have to wait for a bit.
Up to you.
I mean, that's where I am. That is what I am doing. I don't know about anyone else.
What are the rest of you doing?
I believe Marius, Misfit, and I were still at the temple.
Yep. So you guys just finished at the temple. It's probably, given the time brewing everything, it's probably, I'd say, getting closer to like 6-7 o'clock at night at this point. It's still fairly bright outside for the moment. Temple crew, you guys want to do anything?
Probably get back and see if that antidote is left.
At this point, the bald man who is at the shrine kind of walks over to you. Well, I hope you all found the answers you were looking for.
Looks over to Misfit.
Well, I don't think we got any answers, but I did get this cool tennis ball, so good enough.
Tennis. You know, never mind. I've learned not to ask many questions from the master. However, Kate, I'm going to need you to roll a D100 as you prayed to a different god than the one you chose to follow.
I follow a god?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're good.
I feel like a god has just happened to claim me that I am unaware of.
That seems to happen to your characters.
I believe. Actually, you know what? We'll just. You'll remember when you remember. Don't worry. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Is it the not Pixie, but the lady from the house? Oh, she's my boss. She's not a god.
Mm-hmm.
Who else could it be?
Who knows? All right. So do you do anything else at the temple, or you head back?
I think we probably head back.
As you go to head back, he watches the old man extend like this little offering bucket.
I'll toss a couple of gold coins in there.
Sure. How many?
Just go for 2 here.
He kind of sits there. He shakes it a little bit. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure. We have a very nice temple.
He just kind of smiles. He takes pride in cleaning it. It's not huge, but it's his. All right. You guys begin making your way back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it'll take you about 30 minutes to get back. So, in the interim, before I go to Velmer, Amelia. Or oh no, Marius is with you. So, Amelia, anything you wish to do? Are you currently observing your friend?
Yes, I'm observing.
Perfect. I don't think we technically put him in a room, if I recall yet. Did we want to put him in a room?
He's on the lawn underneath a tree.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure we just left him outside, so we just leave him outside until he wakes up.
Yep.
I like it this way. Anything you want to do while you're waiting for your friend? Because it's going to be a while before he wakes up. Because you gave it to him like right when they left to the temple, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so probably at least another few hours. Ooh.
No, I am just sitting down, watching him.
Sure. All right, Velmer.
All right.
Do you head into the house?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And I would let someone know I wish to speak with Lady Penelope, and I will wait for her to be free because last I heard she was busy.
Sure. So at present, none of the humans are currently seemingly in the first floor of the house. You can find Rosie, though.
Yeah, I'll let Rosie know that I wish to speak with Penelope.
Oh, hello.
Rosie, was it?
Yes, that is my name. What is your name?
It's Vel.
What may I do to assist you, Vel?
Is Penelope going to be able to take any more audiences today?
I would assume so. I'm not sure where she was last. Last I heard, she was upstairs. You are free to go up and look for her if you wish.
Okay. Are you sure?
I am never sure. I was designed that way.
Seems like a little bit of a flaw, but I mean, if you say it's... Oh, I'm not going to get attacked by another robot up there, am I?
No, all the attack robots are on the base level.
Okay.
However, if you hear any clicking sounds, I might duck for cover. That is a joke. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, well, I guess with your permission, I'll go start looking for her.
Be well.
And I'll head upstairs, I guess.
Okay. As you go upstairs, roll a perception check, is because you've never been upstairs before. Actually, never been in much of the house before, but it's a big house.
Yeah,
you
dude.
get to the top of the stairs, you can go left or you can go right. Or you can go straight.
I'm going left.
All right. So you take a left. As you walk down, there's a hallway with about 12 doors in it.
I'm gonna go back downstairs and find Rosie again.
Right? It's easy enough to turn back around. So you sit there. Rosie's still at the bottom. There's a bunch of smaller machines that Morgan made that do like singular purposes. So she's currently addressing like 3 broom robots. Left to right, not right to left. There is a difference. Oh, hello, Vel.
I don't suppose you know where her bedroom is? Because I don't.
Well, yes. And you watch. It takes her a second to go upstairs, but she gets up there.
Okay.
Right this way. And she takes you back down the left hallway.
Sweet.
She makes it over to one door, and she kind of knocks on it. She must not be in her room. Maybe she is with the master.
Ooh, that doesn't feel right walking in on that. She seemed really upset about it.
I'll be one way and she starts walking down the right hallway.
Rosie,
Penelope,
wait, no,
Penelope. There is a.
Fine. You know what? In for penny, in for pound.
All right. You go over and she's like, she must be. And there's a set of double doors on this side. And you can see there's like this small purple robe that's on like a coat rack outside.
Oh, okay.
She must be visiting with the master. I need to get back to my cleaning friends, but you should be good from here. Just remember, if you hear a click...
Duck.
No, a click, not a duck. There are no ducks here. He just walks back downstairs.
Thank you, Rosie.
You are welcome.
Can I examine the robe?
Yeah, roll an investigation check. I'm going to look at it. It just looks like a really nice, comfy purple robe.
No symbols or anything?
I mean, it's got like a pattern to it, but nothing like of a magical nature.
Gotcha.
Just looks like a very fancy, probably more expensive than you've seen house robe.
Okay.
Cold gnomes get cold, man. I just saw a message that I owe a pound of flesh. I'll give you much more than a pound depending on how tonight goes.
Yeah, I guess I'll knock on the door.
Can it knock? You don't immediately get an answer.
Yeah, it's called waiting. I'm in a stranger's house. I'm not going to open a door.
Uh-huh. Roll a perception check for hearing. You hear like a small voice. You're assuming is Penelope, but it's the only voice speaking. But she's not speaking to you.
Mm-hmm. If she's speaking in Gnomish, I can understand it. But
She's
if
in
it's
common.
not loud enough, like if it's not loud enough, it's not loud enough.
You kind of listen in. It's hard to say just 'cause she has kind of a lower pitch for everything anyways. Well, high pitch, low volume. And then you just roll a D100. You're kind of sitting there. You just hear, oh, I think someone's here. Come in.
I will open the door.
Yeah. As you open it up, you see she's currently sitting next to it looks ridiculously large for him. It's only like a queen size bed, but you see Morgan just kind of sitting in there asleep. And she's got like a book and she's either reading to him or just talking to him. Oh, hello.
Hello, Lady Penelope. Is it a bad time? Should I leave
Oh,
you to your
no.
privacy? Or
No, no, Mergen loves visitors, don't you, Mergen? And she just smacks him. He says yes.
okay. I guess is there like a bedside chair I can take?
Yeah, please, take a seat. It's been a while since he's had any visitors other than our staff.
So this is him, huh?
Yes. I know, he doesn't look like much, but he takes orders well.
No. He looks
Roll medicine check.
okay. Oh no.
Don't worry, he's not dead yet. He just looks very weak and pale. He's definitely, you haven't ever met him before, but compared to the last time the party saw him, he has aged significantly. It's starting to show a lot more. Every now and then he lets out like a little mumble.
I could tell by his workshop just how great of a man he was. It was honestly brought back some memories being back in there.
Yes. Although you did like to get into trouble, didn't you? And she pinches his cheek a little bit. But I kept him in line. I like to think he wouldn't have lived this long if it weren't for me.
You know what? Something tells me you're right about that.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have listened. I would have killed him much sooner, wouldn't I?
So you're his greatest protector and his greatest enemy. That's true love if I've ever seen it.
See? Someone who understands. So, have you... I think you were working on an antidote for your friend. Is he conscious yet?
Yeah, we're testing it right now.
Oh, how are you testing? Did it not work?
One of our party members is a bit suspicious of everything.
I know a couple of people like that.
She gave the poison to somebody else and used it on him first.
I like this one.
Yeah. The way she did it was very crude, though.
She smacks Mergen in the shoulder. I have no idea why she's being so rough with this world, no. She's like, see, other people poison people too.
Yes.
And she just looks back and smiles at you.
Uh-huh. He's been this way for a few years, hasn't he?
No, only really, kind of thinking back. I want to say maybe 6 months or so.
Really?
Yeah. He had recently come back. He had went off on one of his little adventures and had opened a shop. Needless to say, a lot of things happened, but he did make it back home. Was a little bit paranoid. But other than that, fine. There was apparently an attempt to capture him at some point, but your friends actually helped foil it. But yeah, since then, maybe 2 months after your friends had left last, he's just been on a slow decline.
Okay.
I think he's personally just being lazy, but, you know.
That explains all that.
And you just see like a single tear like forming in her eye.
I'll like hold out my hand across the bed to her. If she like wants to grab onto it.
She's got little arms she can't reach.
Okay, I'll move over and sit next to her. How's that?
Oh, well, thank you. And she goes, I just wish that he, if he is at the end of his journey, I just wish he were in a better state. I almost think he would have rather have gone like our daughter. Blowing himself up on some crazy contraption.
No, it's not too late for that.
That
was,
Fire
it
Lord,
was
shut up.
it was their way.
I
He
mean,
was never quite the same after that.
yeah,
For
I've heard.
many years, he was very insistent that she must still be alive and was trying to develop a way to contact her, but hmm, I don't know. The two of them just, we were a family, but the two of them had a special connection.
I've heard that death and grief changes people pretty drastically.
Indeed. Is there anything I can help you with? I think he needed a break from my story anyways. He's read this one before.
It's more of a extremely selfish and self-centered request.
Oh, do you need money?
Not exactly, and this is going to be very rude.
It's okay. I've met far ruder people. Don't worry.
Did you, being in that workshop, I noticed how much love he put into it and how much he cared about his work. Did did he ever tell you what he wanted to do with his tools?
Um, Actually, it's been some time since he's used many of them. We've kind of kept them intact for people like yourself passing through as a place to come. You know, most of our friends at this point have passed on, but there's still a couple of them running around. So we try to keep this place well stocked so that if there's ever a need for a safe haven and a place to do research or to conduct anything, that there's always the proper resources here. But you're free
Oh,
to use anything you want. If you need to borrow anything or come anytime. He loved helping other adventurers. In fact,
borrow or and then quotation marks borrow.
well, I guess it really just depends. Some things he has multiple of, but he does like keeping the base level here just in case, you know, other organizations or people are in need and come by. In fact, I
s-
believe there's even some inventions of his out there that are still in working condition.
I've never been much into the tinkering stuff. I'm more of the basics myself. I
Mm.
mean, I was a member of the Firebright Guild for a bit before I joined up with Tipsy Fox, so it's kind of
Ah,
where
I
my
know
talents lie.
I know the Firebrights well.
Oh, do you?
Yes, once upon a time I actually I did battle, not against one, but with one.
Wait, you don't mean the founder himself, do you?
Oh, Lord Baron, yes. You know, he's passed since then, but no, believe it or not, he used to be just a
He's
young
dead.
he just used to be a young man. Him and his friend Patrick. Well, it's really hard. He had many friends named Patrick. It's a very long and complicated story. But yes, I remember when he was just a very simple smith.
Am I there hearing
Well,
this?
No, it's just him. You guys are still heading back.
unless you left Bram at Penelope's house and you wanted to be a Snoop Snoop.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Oh, I think I've seen a lot of his fanfic in the library.
Awesome.
But yes, no, we were actually in a great battle once at the dwarven settlement of Pike outside of Craster. Very intense. There was a robot bigger than any I'd ever seen. Just flew off into the sky.
No.
Yes?
No, you're pulling my leg.
Oh, there's a book about it downstairs. You
It's
see,
really hard to argue.
I like to have many books written about the adventures of our friends and things. Um, oh, the people I know and the adventures they've been on. Some of them even make my adventures look like nothing.
You really have lived a full life, haven't you?
It is true. It's been a good life.
And I guess there's no one you would have rather spent it with than
Gods
little
no.
Morgan here.
Being rich has its perks too, but yes, I love him.
So you really don't mind if I just take a look around in the workshop then?
Yeah. Just if you hear any strange clicking sounds, maybe duck for.
Yeah. Rosie told me.
Yes, but yeah, feel free. I mean, it looks down over at him. There's many things he started on and worked on, but he never got a chance to finish. So if you find anything of interest, I mean, feel free.
You are so much different from every other noble I've had to work with before. Do you know how hoity-toity they all get?
I don't know many other rich people. They're kind of boring.
Never make a coat for one. Just leave it at that. Well, I mean, and I'm gonna point at Morgan. Do you mind if I say some words?
Oh, please.
Okay, I'm gonna send
Actually,
Morgan a
feel
message
free.
again.
I'm gonna head downstairs and get some tea. But yes, feel free. He likes it when people talk to him. If he doesn't, just smack him.
I have your permission to do that?
If he gets out of line, of course. We can't have him slacking just because he's dying.
Yes, of course, Lady Penelope, you're right.
And she'll just kind of make her way out to the door, put her little robe on, and start going downstairs to get tea.
Yeah, I guess I'll point at Morgan and send him a message that just says, I'm sorry that your time has come, but even if we didn't speak to each other, it was an honor to be in the presence of such a master of their craft.
You could just see his face kind of goes into like a half smile. It seems like one side of his face doesn't really move much, but the other side lifts up in a smile.
And I'll kind of just pat the top of his hand and leave the room and go back to the workshop.
As you go and pat the top of his hand, you just hear a little word. Thank you, Tanya. He just kind of sits there with a little half smile.
You're welcome, Dad.
Just kind of smiles.
And I'll leave.
All right. About this time, the rest of you get back to the manor. Amelia is still sitting out by the unconscious Bayless under the tree.
I would have pulled a book out at this time.
Mm-hmm. Your own book or a book from the house?
Oh, we still have a few more books, but above 50, my own. Below 50, one of the house books. All right, one of my own.
Easy enough. All right, so you're all back out in the courtyard. Velmer will be down shortly. What do you guys do? Don't everybody go all at once.
I'm looking. Is there? Am I in a place where there's like a library or anything of interest to read?
Yeah, Penelope's whole house.
She's got a library. It's not really full of like your typical library. It's like all stories. Nothing of like history or just a bunch of random stories. Most of them they're murder mysteries.
I'll just busy myself with whatever sounds interesting.
Yeah, roll a D100.
Chat, roll me 100.
This is actually probably a very fitting chat roll.
That's a 24 from Excel.
Okay. Let's see. That book is already out. I'm trying to think of what the next book in that series would be. I believe the next book in the series is technically titled The Door. For you, the players, this is a written. It's a little. Some of them have been embellished, but it's the story of you guys on the hag swamp when you got stuck at the door and the little girl had to eventually push her way in because you couldn't figure it out for 2 hours.
All right, who ratted us out?
Sleep deft.
I say Allie.
I know. Yeah, it's a very interesting read. It talks about this adventure into this island full of hags and all sorts of strange and weird things. Yeah, so you read that. What do the rest of you do?
I think Serena would probably check up on our sleeping people, make sure they're still doing all right. See if the antidote's kicked in.
Oh, we didn't give an antidote to Vash yet. We only gave the antidote to the man outside, so you can roll a medicine check if you want, just to see how he's doing.
Hey, Serena.
Hello, Amelia.
Still
doing all
breathing.
right?
You go to feel the pulse, you don't find it, you realize you're in the wrong kind of spot. I mean, he's breathing, but he is not conscious.
Well, yes, he certainly looks still alive.
No. Breathing while he doesn't wake up, apparently.
Well, it's
Breathing.
supposed to take a while.
I mean, it bodes well for him that he's still breathing.
I suppose so. Probably not a good idea to shoot people though in the future.
Do you want to stab him with the poisoned arrow?
You're cutting out.
Do you want me to stab him with the poison bolt?
Well, we can't ask questions of a sleeping man, but thankfully we had the nurses around.
I guess I should have asked him how to administer it first.
You see your Valus on the ground. Cheap shot.
I'm gonna kick his
Just
boot and
smirks.
think, quiet you. I'll heal you afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be slightly improving. He just hasn't woken up yet.
Well, I'm gonna go check on Vash, make sure he's doing all right.
All right.
While they stopped to talk, I kept walking, and I'm gonna turn into a hamster and stand guard over Vash by taking a nap on his forehead.
Sure. As you go to Vash's room, roll a D100.
Jesus.
So as you go and you open the door to go check on him, he's not there. And you just hear the sound from like outside the window. It's like the sound of like something sliding against metal.
Is the window open in this room?
Yeah,
Can I look out of it?
You see Vash currently sitting like on a stump, and he's sharpening his sword.
Hey, buddy.
Doesn't say a word.
I'm gonna climb out the window.
Pop out the window and go look. As you walk over, he is 100% asleep, sharpening his sword.
Hey, you shouldn't be out of bed quite yet. What is he sharpening his sword with?
Like a whetstone.
Okay. Yeah, you're out. I should go get somebody. I'm gonna summon my little familiar in the form of a duck. And I go send my duck back through the window to go get somebody.
All right. Probably the first person you would find is either Velmer or Serena. So go ahead. Vel, roll, or do you want to be even or odd?
I'll be even.
Serena, roll a d20.
What it is.
All right. So this duck just comes like flying directly at you, Serena.
That's fair.
Whack. Just kind of
Perfect.
flutters its wings at you.
Kind of like picks up the duck.
Does your duck like being picked up, Misfit?
Let me roll a D100 about it. Low is yes, high is no.
You just watch as you go to pick it up, it starts flying back out towards Misfit.
She'll follow the duck.
Mm-hmm. You watch it fly into Vash's room and then out the window.
Looks out the window.
I wave.
What's he doing out there?
He's getting ready for battle, I think.
I love him. All right, I'll get him.
Actually, could you try to find Vel?
I suppose. Can I ask why?
She's good at calming him down.
I was just going to bring him back up here, but I suppose.
I don't think he's gonna like that.
Val, you just suddenly hear in your head, you'll need it in Vash's room.
Okay. Be right there.
While we're
She'll
waiting,
be here in a moment.
I'm just gonna sit there and chat with Vash about how my day was and that some nice man gave me a tennis ball.
Keep sharpening. Then he rotates the blade over and does the other side.
Okay, I'll show up.
When you walk into the room, you see Serena is like leaning out the window.
Not in the bed. I'll like peer over your shoulder.
There you are. Mr. Tipping that you can calm him down.
He's
And then
doing it again. I'm gonna point at him.
And then I saw a bug, but a bird like swooped down and ate it before I could.
He stops sharpening his sword for a second. And he puts it back in his sheath. And he stands up and he turns around. And he just starts walking.
You might want to get out of the window. Unless you want to get bulldozed over.
No, he's outside. So he's just like walking like out towards the main driveway.
But,
Hey, are you mad that I put you in a barrel? Because personally, I thought it would be fun, but I could see it getting a little stuffy in there. In which case, I am sorry, but I hope it was fun. I'm just gonna be following him.
I'm just gonna need him to make a strength check.
He doesn't need to. As you go to cast, he draws his other sword, and it has no effect. So it's one of the other two that he typically. So he has 5 total, or 4 total. He's got 1, 2. Yeah. So he has the 2 opposite blades out that he typically doesn't carry. The one he used to cut through the fish, and then the one he seemingly uses more when he's asleep. It just continues walking.
I'm paying no on to.
Do you got this handled, boss, or do you still want me here?
Did you say something to him?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Hey, you drunk uncle, I told you he needed rest. Or do you really not care if his body dies?
A little abrasive, but I can see that getting to the point.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna follow him around for a little bit. It should be fine. He hasn't stabbed anyone yet.
I think we should probably give him that antidote sooner rather than later.
Vash, are you gonna take your medicine?
Just keeps walking. He's just walking at a normal pace, like a leisurely stroll.
Yeah, I'm just keeping up with him.
I'm going to look over to Serena. Well, that's probably going to go on for a while. Whatever it is, it seems to respond to mental messages. I don't know. And I'm going to leave.
She wanders out as well. It's going to try and catch up.
Mm-hmm. He just walks down the driveway. Seems like he's going somewhere.
Oh no, I know where he's going.
Going home, buddy?
Is he leaving the establishment?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
you just watch him like sleepwalk past the tree where your guy's currently unconscious, walking out towards the main gate.
Serena's going to grab out some of the antidote. I think we don't.
Ash?
Nothing.
He's sleeping.
I'm going to give him a dose of this.
Yes. Good luck with that.
Do you want to try and hold him still for a moment?
No, he doesn't really like being touched.
Well, we've got to give it to him somehow.
Maybe ask him before trying to force him.
Yeah, he's kind of on a mission right now. I kind of want to see where this goes.
If we just let him wander about, someone could very much get hurt. We should do something about this.
He makes it to the front of the driveway. He looks left with his eyes closed. He looks right with his eyes closed. He sits there for a second thinking about like which way to go.
He's looking both ways before he crosses the street, Serena. He'll be fine.
Yes, Val?
And all of a sudden you just see him.
Oh, nope, he's gone.
Oh, well, now we got to go find him. This is getting very taxing.
All right, where do you guys go to look?
The workshop.
All right, so you go check the workshop.
Yep.
Just roll an investigation check. It's not that hard to find a sleeping human if he's in there.
Good. I'm not looking for sleeping humans.
Okay, but you don't see him in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you make it out to the workshop. What about the other two of you?
I guess we'll go to his family's place.
Sure.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So it takes you guys about 30 minutes to get back. Belle, what were you looking for in the workshop specifically, or anything you're looking for?
Cool upgrades. I want to see if he has any things that qualify as like +1 work tools in there that I can just take.
Nothing that's like an enchanted work tool. He just has a wide variety of tools, but roll a D100 as you just kind of look around. So you're kind of sitting like, where would the good tools be? And you kind of like moving some stuff around. You watch as a small book like falls out from underneath a workbench. It's like wrapped in a cloth.
I pick it up, dust it off, sniff it. Oh,
It doesn't smell bad. The cloth kept it pretty clean.
it doesn't even smell old.
No, because it doesn't seem very old. It smells a little bit like it's been probably dropped in the ocean once or twice.
I'll unwrap it.
Yep. You go through. It's just written in common. It seems to be just like a journal.
Page 1.
Basically, to summarize, and you can read it while they're there too, as you kind of flip through it. It's his journal of his time in Fook. He seemed to have been looking for something very specific when he was there. You're not 100% sure, but it seems like it was some sort of. It almost sounds like a potion of like restoration or something.
Oh. He was looking for the holy grail of immortal life.
As you get the general, he was trying to make himself younger or stay younger.
Yeah.
Who was doing this?
Mergen.
Yeah, I found his journal.
Yeah, he had found some information leading him to think that something he's looking for might be out there. But it doesn't seem he found it, at least from what's in the journal.
Does it at least say if he brought anything back with him that might sound interesting in there?
You have anything that he brought back with him? Not specifically, I don't think. His whole store got destroyed. It got raided.
I know what I'm going to do with that journal. But just so I don't forget, I will put it in my inventory.
Mhm.
And while they're doing that vest stuff, I'm just going to keep. She said there were unfinished inventions in here. I am curious, but I'm not going to be able to fix them.
Yeah. All right, so while you do that, as you guys take the 30 minutes to walk back to the Winden, as you walk inside, let me get a map.
He's totally here.
Oh, definitely.
Do. Why feel like you already? What is this thing doing? I'd unmasked this map very specifically. I don't know why it's being a pain now. Sure, it's the same one. Nope, it's the same one. Weird. Okay. Oh no, it did do it. Never mind. Do. All right, so Serena. I think this map's a lot darker.
During
Last
looks
time.
looking a bit different.
And a misfit.
It's just black for me in stream.
It looks off too. The mask is opened. Serena, can you see?
Yeah, I can see just fine.
Yeah.
Well, things blocked
Maybe because
as
I
that
need
and
visibility. Might need a token on
that's
there or
dope.
something.
Oh no!
There.
Oh no!
You see now,
Nope.
Bram? No. That is very strange.
The only Hail Mary I can think
Like
of.
when I
is
first opened it, there was
catch-
I saw like a flash of the map, then it went black.
I don't know what it's doing.
Should you try reconnecting?
Why did it do that?
Put the Marius token on there real quick just to see,
I don't think it's a Marius. Let me see.
and then put
It
a.
doesn't even have a light layer.
Oh well, I could see it, and then I closed it and opened it again, and now I can't see it. Whack!
It's doing so much strange.
Did you turn on the light source? Or-
No. That's mine.
Put a torch on, or here I think maybe I can do it.
That's line of sight. No lighting.
Put light on me.
That's visible. Shared. Has no light layer. I don't know why it's being weird. It's even darker than when I designed it.
There it is, but that's the whole
There we go.
thing.
That's fine. There it goes.
There it is.
Ah, I have no idea why I did that. Okay, that's what you were supposed to see now. Much better. Let's see, does it stay if I get rid of you? Yes, it does. Okay. All right, so you enter inside the window and you see Vash's dad just kind of sitting behind the counter. There's probably like 15 people in here at the moment just drinking. Are you back in your student form?
yeah. Just gives him
Oh.
a friendly smile and a wave.
I raise an eyebrow, Serena.
You walk in. Misfit lad, is that you?
Oh, hi. Have we met
Oh,
before?
You've been here before.
Oh.
He just kind of waves.
You two know each other?
You've been here before too. You just didn't remember.
So that's why it was familiar.
This is like the East Coast free place to stay on this island. You've all been here at least once or twice.
I see.
You were easy to remember though because A, you look like yourself, and there's not many blue tieflings that probably come in here. Like, oh, we've been waiting for you to arrive. I see you met one of our resident students.
Smiles. We're wondering, have you seen a blonde guy about
I look
this
around.
tall?
I'm looking around for a second.
Oh, I haven't seen anyone really.
Hey, excuse me, ma'am. Do you know where my friend went?
Are you asking Serena?
Yes.
He gets a quick mental message. It's me.
I turn around. I turn back. Why? Oh, whatever. We were gonna come with everybody, but Vash, he was taking a nap, but he got up and wandered away. Is he normally sleepwalk?
He just kind of starts laughing. uh, hold on. And he's going to kind of walk. Goes up like a half flight of stairs. He starts to beat on the door. Boop, boop, boop. Boy, are you in there? He takes out a key and kind of opens it up. Yep, he's in here.
Yeah, we kind of figured he might come over here.
That is alright.
Kind of opens the door. You just see Vash in pajamas,
Guys,
sword laid on the bed next to him. All the armor is neatly stacked on the table nearby. Just sleeping.
I take it this has happened before.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but no, he should be much fine. He's probably just was very tired. It looks like.
Oh yeah, he got poisoned. He's supposed to be out for a couple of days.
Yes, that would do it.
We do have an antidote. However, he seems to be a bit feisty whenever someone gets close to him.
Best give it to me then.
She'll hand him the antidote.
He's gonna go in. Now, if you hear any strange sounds, don't worry. I'll be just fine. And he's gonna shut the door.
I salute him. So brave.
All right. So both of you can roll a perception check for hearing if you want, unless you want to pull shenanigans to like go under the door or try to do something.
I mean, she'll definitely like try and peek through.
I'm putting my ear to the door.
What are you trying to peek through? Because you can only see it like slightly under the door, or you could potentially try to see if there's any way to see in the keyhole, but the keyhole probably doesn't go necessarily all the way through.
You know what? She's curious now.
What do you say you're doing, Miss It? You're listening under the door?
I'm putting my ear to the door, yeah.
Okay.
She's just gonna have an eye spy on the other side of the door.
How big does it have to be to slip through? Because it has to go under the door.
Yeah, it has to be like a 1-inch space.
Okay. So you go ahead and conjure an eyeball and put it under there. You get to see this, but he gets to hear it. So you watch as all of a sudden you just hear banging around in the room, and he's like wrestling with an unconscious Vash. It's like a struggle to try to get him to take it. Misfit, you just hear, "Damn it, Pop! He needs this. You have to let him. Stubborn old fool." And hold on, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. We gotta roll some athletics checks.
Hold on. Before he rolls his, I'm gonna try and cheer him on through the door. You've got this. I'm gonna give him an inspiration.
And then all of a sudden you watch both of them disappear. And then you hear banging in another room. Damn it. And then all of a sudden you watch them teleport both about 5 feet above the bed and land on the bed. And you just see there's like a bit of the antidote coming out of the mouth. Stubborn old fool. And he just kind of like sits on the floor next to the bed. He just kind of looks up at the bed. You know, you don't have to make it so difficult. Boy has it hard enough as it is without you always making it even harder. Kind of like get up, brush himself off. He's got like a couple of scratches and bruises that he didn't have before when he comes out. Well, that's that. Hopefully she'll wake up soon. Might let it sit for a bit.
Should kick in a few hours. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. No, he's always had a bit of a sleepwalking problem. Nothing to worry yourselves with, though. It's like, I really do need to get back to my patrons, so,
Yes, of course.
thanks again for making sure he got home safe. He looks back at the door, good, and then he teleports to the bar.
I guess that's a family thing. I think his dad is
Man, I
in
wish
the
I could do
sewer,
that.
too.
All right, what did 2 of you do? He left the door unlocked. You can go pick on Vash if you want.
I'm gonna go pick on Vash.
Her.
Serena, how goes the search for Vash?
Yeah, we found him. He's back at the inn, the Winden. We'll probably be there for a while if you want to gather the others and start making your way here.
It is about probably like 8 o'clock at night at this point.
Did you manage to get the antidote?
You cut out for me.
Yes, about the antidote.
Yes, it's been administered. He should be waking up soon enough.
He wrestled his dad.
Okay.
His peepaw is inside of him?
Nope, not going to think about that.
All right,
Yes,
so
Emilio.
you collect everyone else?
I will notify Val that Vash has been at the.
Can you move closer to your mic, please?
You're back. Gotta take.
I will notify Val because she's the closest that Vash has been found and that the antidote has been administered to him.
Before that happens, though, Val, as you're kind of finishing up and looking, so you kind of take the book, you look around, there's a bunch of random things, nothing specifically sticks out. However, you notice something as you put the book away. The cloth that was wrapped around it is not just a cloth. It is a map.
Oh. Do I know of what?
Roll a history check with disadvantage, because it's not somewhere you've been before, but who knows? Not sure. It's in decent condition. It's not really damaged. It looks like it's been in water, but it's mostly all there. Seems like maybe where he was looking for this thing.
You did say take what we want, right? And I'll pocket the map.
Sure. You have the book and the map. So you have Mergen's journal from Fook, Fook, and Mergen's treasure map.
Okay.
And then Amelia comes inside.
Val, we found Vash. And it sounds like they've given him the antidote.
Weren't you holding on to that?
Serena took a vial from me.
You just let her do that?
I tried to protest, but she just does what she wants.
Yeah, that sounds like Rena. So what are you going to do about Verlis?
Oh, I was probably just gonna leave him be.
Let him wake up in the courtyard of robots that actively want to kill him?
I mean, when you put it that way, that sounds like not a good thing to do.
Amelia,
Yes?
is everybody just like a doll to you?
What do you mean?
Like something you can play with and it won't matter what you do to it?
What brought on that question?
Mostly your behavior in turning around and shooting him with a crossbow.
I mean, we had to test whether or not he was being honest with us.
Right. It's more the fact that it really seems like you do not care. That's the worst part of this all.
I do care.
No, you don't. I don't. Mm. No, I don't believe you.
Gonna go inform Marius.
Oh,
We
did he
should
stay
meet up.
behind?
I believe so, yes. He's in the library.
Oh, right, yes. One more thing though, Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
I heard him.
Heard who?
The person giving you nightmares.
Mm, dice, dice, dice. Okay.
So,
She looks a little confused.
oh, you're just going to pretend like that's not real like everything else, huh?
We might need to have a chat later, but I think we should meet up at the inn.
Sure. Whenever you're ready.
I'm gonna go find Marius and inform him.
Right.
I'm going to give Rosie Mergen's journal so Penelope can read it because it seemed like something she hadn't read yet, and we probably want to know his final words.
Well, I mean, he's talked a little bit since then. This is just when he was on his adventure as far as what he was doing.
Like, she's a book reader. This is his final book, so I'm leaving Mergen's journal behind with them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Or I
not mentioning the map at all.
Before we fully leave, but after Vel leaves. Can I have a go? Oh, what? Go ahead.
I'm in the workshop until I'll be waiting at the front gate. That's where I'll be.
Okay. I'm gonna find Rosie. She's not with the party. Call me out on that, Vel, but okay. So we no longer need our guest anymore. So if you may, once we leave, can you dispose of him?
Sure.
Thank you. And then I'll leave.
All right, so you gather Marius, you guys go outside. As you look, Valus is just kind of sitting there. One thing you didn't notice before, though, that is slightly odd, there's a doll sitting on top of his chest. Like, just laying there.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so you guys headed in?
So wait, you meet me at the front gate and you say, let's go? Aren't you forgetting something? You know, about 150 pounds, male-sized.
Should be safe here. Or we can at least put him outside of the grounds.
You really are heartless. I'm gonna walk over and hoist Valus across my shoulder and just do my best to drag him around.
What do you do with the doll?
I'm gonna Arcana check that because I saw it before. I was the only one who did.
Creepy doll.
I'm gonna point at it and send a message.
Sure. It doesn't get any messages, but you point at it and try to send one regardless.
Okay.
Do you leave it behind or do you take it with you?
I'll just pick it off his chest and put it in front of the tree. I'm not
Sure.
going to take it with me, no.
All right. So you kind of hoist him up, and you guys start making your way to the Winden.
I'll be right back.
Sure. So I'd say probably about the time the three of you get there, because Marius moves a little bit slower, and you're carrying that guy. It's probably like 9 o'clock. But you come inside, and everyone would be in there.
I'm
I'm back.
growing mushrooms on his jammies because he fell asleep first at the sleepover.
Would you like to attempt to do so?
Yes.
Roll a d100. But nothing bad will happen. So you start drawing all over him?
I stealthily put out a finger in the little mushroom sprouts.
Hmm?
And I poke a different spot in the little mushroom sprouts.
So I'm going to try to cast Sending at Rosie, if it works.
It doesn't work on Rosie.
Oh well, that's fine.
As you watch as you begin to leave, Rosie's sitting there, and you just see Ruby with the greatsword out. She looks back over at Ruby and shakes her head no. Ruby kind of slightly droops down a little bit and puts the sword away and walks back to the house.
Murder robots told you.
Okay, see what you mean now.
All right. I'll drop you all on the Winded map. Boop. Amelia. And an unconscious Valus. And a Marius. Why are your tokens transparent to me? This map's doing weird stuff. No,
I
it's fine.
think you might be on a wrong layer.
I haven't looked up yet. Maybe that's some stuff they changed. In the
Yeah, that could potentially be. Yeah, I dropped you and you guys were all invisible. To me, anyways. Well, I could see you. You were just transparent. And then I clicked on you and now I can see you all. All right. So it's 9 o'clock. You're at the Winden. What do you guys wish to do?
I walk up to the barkeep. So are you going to make me pay for a room for an unconscious guy, or can I dump him on the couch?
Kind of looks him. Just put him over there in the corner.
Gotcha. I dump him here.
Watch out for the plant, though.
Mm-hmm. I make sure his head is underneath the table, so when he wakes up, he hits his head.
Excellent. He just kind of smiles. So, and he looks at all of you. Glad you all made it in. Okay, wasn't quite sure when you would all arrive.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the journey across the strait wasn't too difficult on you.
It was slightly eventful, but nothing bad.
Oh, really? And he starts pouring you all drinks. You don't have to pay for anything while you're here.
I'll recount him with tales of what happened.
The Gongoozler, you say? And pirates?
Yes.
Oh,
And
Pirates are way worse than the Gungoozler.
Cannibal pirates.
cannibal pirates, yes.
if only I
You
were
really call
15
us-
years younger.
Can you really call a shark a cannibal?
You see, lad, the sharks, they used to track ships over great distances.
No, the shark men.
Yeah, no, I've run into them before, too. Very easy to fight, though. Very durable, but if you pop them on the nose, they tend to give in pretty quickly.
Or, just be Vash and cut them in half, I guess.
Yeah, you could do that, too. Back in my day, I probably could have cut a couple in half, but, good to see the boys not being totally useless.
So are you a tipsy fox vet yourself, or is this all your son?
Oh, no. back in my prime, you had to actually be a wizard to be in Tipsy Fox, but I've always had a good relationship with their folk. Always been welcoming here. Then the boy and he joined, and his friends. Let me guess, are you carrying all the weight for him as well? I know his two previous party members used to do all the heavy lifting.
No, he's been really helpful.
Oh,
He's got me out of a jam or two.
well, that's good to hear. He's not being totally useless.
Weren't his last two party members like wizards, though?
Ah, yes.
Well, that explains it.
But they're both also very good fighters. I see. They must have left him behind. Let me guess. They got promoted, and he didn't get demoted, did he?
No, he just didn't get the promotion.
Yeah, probably best this way. He just would have held them back.
You really think so?
Yeah, he's got a lot of potential. He comes from a great line of heroes. Just never quite clicked with him the way it did the rest of us.
Sounds like a story.
Well, I mean, we come from a long line of champions and heroes.
Yo, what's up with his grandpa?
Oh, his grandpa died many years ago.
Then, why is there what's in his head besides him?
In his head? I'm not sure what you're talking about, boy.
You called him Pops.
Oh, it's just like a pet name, like shithead, dumbass, Pops.
James?
I don't know. That sword seems to really.
You called him old.
Well, yeah, he is old. He's not in his prime anymore. He's practically aging out. I could probably take him if he were conscious.
Just been being truthful.
One insight check. Not a charismatic bunch, but let's see how well he does. Yeah, he seems to not be necessarily telling the whole truth. Very good fighters, very bad liars.
Well, I suppose I don't really need to pry. That's your family
he
stuff.
Really likes that one sword when he falls asleep.
He cuddles with it.
I'm gonna kind of glance up at the dad as I say that.
Ah, yes, no, I gave that to him when he first joined, and he points back behind the bar, and you see there's like a bunch of pictures of other Windens throughout the years, and every single one of them has that sword.
Alright, I'm back.
Yes, I had already retired and opened this place. It's doing quite well. I figured must keep up with the tradition, keep the boy safe.
Do you just pass on your ancestor?
Roll a D100.
Is he an heirloom too?
As you just say that out loud, he kind of looks like he's got this look of shock on his face. No. Just a very good sword, family heirloom. Very durable.
No, it's okay. You don't have to be secretive. I'm the boss of this team, so I need to know about.
I can tell from the hat.
Mm-hmm. I guess
no,
I'm not really a pirate anymore, so I should put that away.
Oh no, it adds character. I like it. No, I wouldn't be too worried. Let's just say that he's great at keeping watch. You'll never catch that one unawares.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had another friend with a guy in his head. Never really figured out what was up with him.
Well, see, now that's the secret. You never want to keep someone in your head. Then they won't shut up.
Hmm.
A sword you could put away, and then all of a sudden he realizes what he said. Probably shouldn't have said that.
So is it a curse?
Yeah, sometimes Serena goes in my head, and she just stays there all day.
Like Serena just like nudges him.
Where are you again?
Are you in the room or are you down at the bar with everybody?
She walked away when this scene started, so up to her.
Up to you.
I would assume she would have joined them.
Okay. I'm just going to move you on the map. Boop. Yeah, so as he pours another round after he may have mistakenly said that out loud.
What happened to Serena?
I'm actually going to point at Marius.
Do what now?
I'm pointing at you and I'm sending you a message, and I don't care if people stream snipe it. But,
Oh, so, are you a new leader? Looking over at you, Misfit.
Is it really that easy to tell?
Oh, don't worry, you pull it off good. What missions bring you to the island? They said you were coming, but they don't tell me. I just keep rooms.
Well, I'm gonna
You wanna
plop
open it?
my folder
that
on
was
the
wrong
counter.
person.
As you open it up, you have 5 missions on this island, of varying prices. And you kind of look through the first one. There seems to be someone in Alethea to your north, some sort of murderer that has been killing people. No one's been able to find out anything about it. Just people end up dead. No evidence left behind. It says like maybe one person every 3 or 4 days. Just found randomly dead. Beyond that, let's get the Karis map out so we can go around. So you got one quest here. You have another quest in Dunwallow, which is in the northern half, which you do know the northern half is more dangerous. It is very close to Bayside in the destroyed city of Esmir. And it seems there's been merchants and travelers going missing on the roads into the forest next to it. Actually, hold on one quick sec.
Good.
Sorry about that. My little guy woke up. My wife was passed out.
No worries.
I just let him run in there. He'll be fine. All right, so Dunwallow. People going missing on the eastern road out of Dunwallow between there and the lands of Varden. Your third quest. I think you knew this one was coming, a couple of you. Salt Shore. There seems to be some sort of dark and evil force that is in the forest to the north.
Yep.
Ooh.
I knew exactly.
Plaguing the lands of Saltshore. Your fourth quest, the lands of Varden itself, to investigate what seems to be reported as some sort of necromancer who is up to no good. As an extra bonus note, the lands of Varden, from what you had researched, Marius, is where that man Theris, who is depicted with the staff that you found from your research, seemingly was from or was related to here. So you kind of need to go that direction anyways. And then your fifth and final quest, Monaco. Apparently many valuable treasures have been disappearing and being stolen by some sort of cat burglar. And many people have kind of come together to try to investigate and discover who has been stealing these items and artifacts.
When you say cat burglary, you mean actual cat burgling?
You never know.
That's what I will assume.
We have had a cat burglar in this world before as a player character.
Mm-hmm.
But those are your 5 missions.
And then, was it Herrenford that Khan might have been at?
From your own standpoint, Herrenford is where Khan was stationed during the issues with the demonic rift. So everything was invading. So he was based there as a point of defense. And that is the last place he was known to be stationed. However, you did have information that he was being held in Monaco by your dear friend Wart.
Okay.
You were warned by your currently unconscious friend that essentially the northern end of the island is very dangerous, especially near to the west coast. Also, some of the stuff in the south. He basically said central Karas is your best bet. So, it looks, So, where will you be heading first?
I guess we'll probably start in Tilapia then.
That sounds interesting. I've heard a bit about the murders going up there. Very unfortunate.
Frequent.
I wonder if it unfortunate.
I know, but I'm saying, like, yeah, infrequent.
I wonder if that has anything to do with that prison break a month or so back.
Prison break?
Did they let out a vampire or something?
No. There was some sort of breakout at Rathgar Keep. They say a dangerous mass murderer had been freed.
Oh, didn't know which one.
He was freed. He didn't just break out by himself. Someone came and freed him.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of information myself, but from what I hear, people went into a secure holding cell and broke the individual out.
That's not good.
But I can't imagine someone who... I heard he'd been in that prison for some time, the prisoner, so I can't imagine he'd stay that close. That seems too easy. That's a good way to get caught. But maybe, it could be him doing the murders. I really don't know much myself. He's a bit before my time.
Oh. So, assuming he's one of the longer-lived races then? Or he is just very old and very skilled?
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, you could probably find out more. Maybe at Craster. I mean, Rathgar itself is kind of hard to get to, especially recently. Although I bet you everyone in Lefia might have some more information as well. So, are you taking the northern loop then?
Looks like it.
Yeah, I think that'll be our best route.
Probably the safest route too. I've heard the western road is a little bit more dangerous heading to Lenore these days. They say there's drow in the woods sporadically now.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that?
What do you mean?
Why'd you say yeah like that?
Oh, I've seen them out there.
Really?
Yeah, I used to live in the Honeywoods.
Technically, you did fight them because so the Honeywood is this area. So where all like the spaced out trees are.
Mm-hmm.
Your house is like right here. This is the higher mountains. So you guys have a cabin up in here too, but you typically live like in this area right here. But this area is specifically the Honeywood where the bigger trees are. You fought some of them like right about here.
It's all my stomping grounds in the end.
Dustin's little forest is in the same spot, like right around here where he was kept. You know, his little muddy hole in the ground.
My prison.
Whatever you want to call it.
Your chamber.
My bedroom.
Your resting place.
Resting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always gonna come back there and die. Every time.
Never know. It's like, well, you don't have to worry while you're resting here, at least. No safer place.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice staying here again.
No, it's been some time, so it's good to have you back. I kind of figured it might be you in town. Not many of my clients order peanut butter and cheese. I'm assuming it's the way you liked it, though. I try to make sure the cheese is nice and
Yeah,
creamy.
it was great.
With a strong front note on the peanut butter that has a nice, smooth aftertaste.
Did you used to have like a sandwich place across the water?
No. We've always been based here, but you know, it's odd. All of you Tipsy Fox people like sandwiches. It's uncanny.
It's our calling card.
Even
You
up
can't help
north,
it.
can't get away from them. They're so easy to eat.
It does make sense, though. It really is the perfect vessel for delivering food. You don't need silverware. Your fingers don't really get messy. I mean, it really depends on what you eat, I suppose. But
What was that, Serena? You got something against sandwiches?
the whole bar turns and looks at Serena.
I didn't say anything of the sort.
Yeah, what'd you mumble there, huh?
I said, weren't you allergic to peanuts?
Well, yeah, I was. I got better though.
Yeah, no, it. He kind of sits there. He's like, he pulls out another picture. And there's a puffy picture of Misfit.
When did you take that?
Oh, it's drawn. So someone drew it for you from the guild.
No, give that to me. Give that to me.
Becca gave this to me as a parting gift at one point.
Now, hang on, boss. You gotta learn humility every now and then. I'm gonna like pull you back down into your seat.
Mm-hmm.
No, I gotta put it in my picture book to show Dustin.
I open up a little book and it's full of funny little drawings. And there's one of he opens up a page to a picture of a hyena.
This one's my favorite.
That is horrendous.
What do you mean?
Is that a dog?
It's a hyena. It's what they look like.
What?
I think it's both.
No, it's just scribbles with circles on it, dude.
No. This is my favorite creature.
Why?
I don't know. He looks polite.
Close the book.
He just kind of smiles. It's good seeing you guys back. I really wish the guild hall was open again. I miss seeing you all around.
Yeah, I missed cars.
Yeah, I was hoping Khan was gonna kind of drive the guild to kind of take back and reestablish, but who knows? Maybe someone else will kind of pick that up soon.
Would I know if my guildmaster was planning anything like that?
Not specifically. Your guild master's far to the north, like far to the north.
Okay.
So typically over there, but as far as if they have any plans to come back, that would only be known by the guild leaders themselves. So she probably does know, though, if there's any plans.
Probably wouldn't have slipped out, though.
I wonder where they'd put it this time, because Tharbad kind of blew up.
Well, Tharbad didn't blow up. It was everything was taken over. Esmir is what was destroyed.
You basically blew up.
Why would you want to be in a city called Tharbad anyway? It kind of already sets up the pretense that it's bad.
What do you expect? Wars. That town was literally established by the Thieves Guild.
Oh. Who the hell chose Tharbad as the base of operations?
Less taxes on guild halls.
What are taxes?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It was not a bad. Everything was typically good. Great place to have friendly competitions, but unfortunately enough bad characters kind of decided that they wanted it to themselves. So yeah, best to avoid that.
Yeah. Always just don't trust the person with a pretty smile.
I take offense to that.
Louder, please.
I take offense to that.
Yeah, you're not pretty, you're beautiful, though. There's a
Fair.
difference.
At this point, you just hear a voice from the top of the stairs. You guys mind keeping it down? Some of us are trying to sleep. And you see Vash awake.
Hey, buddy. Good morning.
How long have I been asleep?
8 days.
Seriously?
7 hours and 24 minutes as well.
We're going to be so far behind schedule.
Yeah, he started growing mushrooms.
He looks over. He has the mushrooms growing on him. Roll a deception check with advantage.
Hold on.
Wait, who's telling this lie?
Misfits at it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I want to give him some inspiration.
Sure.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. What's your inspiration?
D6.
D6?
12.
Okay, hold on. Insight. He has no bonus, so it's just flat wisdom. Roll off. He got a 12 too.
Advantage again or no?
Yeah, just reroll with advantage. It's fine. You'll keep your dice the same, though. Actually, you don't. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Hold on, let me see what he rolls. Yep, the second one was a 6. And it looks. His dad sits over there. You know, boy, I expected more out of you. I knew you were lazy, but to lay long enough to grow mushrooms is just plain embarrassing. Hi, Dad. You watch he kind of like starts brushing off some of the mushrooms. I'm so sorry, everyone. I don't really remember what happened. I remember.
No, it's okay. Come have a drink with us.
Where's the crew?
They drowned.
No.
Guys, stop. No, guys, stop. Vel shot you with one of the arrows and you fell asleep for like 2 days.
He kind of looks over Felmer.
What? Do you want me to say I'm sorry?
He's like, don't apologize to him. I'm sure he shot his party members plenty of time. As he gets over there,
too.
he looks over and sees the other one on the floor. So let me get this straight. You let the crew go, but you kept the assassin.
No, we gave the crew the shit.
Aw, I kind of like the Beaver Corps.
Long may
Have
she
an
reign.
anchor, buddy.
You could buy an anchor.
Yeah, I gave them a lot of money. They should be fine.
Well, you know what? All in all, I'd say I was quite impressed. They did good work. That if anyone deserves a ship, it's them.
They were amazing pirates.
And this is yours. I'm just gonna hand him a sandwich. Yeah, it might be a bit cold, but
So yes, the assassin said he had the antidote for the poison.
Now he's our
Interesting.
pet.
Is he going to be okay?
yeah. Actually, why isn't he woken up yet?
I'm consuming Vash's costume.
He metabolizes quicker. You know, if you leave him there, when he wakes up, he's going to smack his head on that stool.
What do you think I put him there for?
Come on, guys. We're not that mean. And he watches, he gets a glass and fills it with beer and puts it on top of the chair.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, we're about that mean, aren't we? Huh? I mean,
Yeah,
he's
this is
just
how
gonna
you
wake up and leave anyway.
This is definitely
Well,
how you make it.
Now he'll wake up and leave with warm beer on him.
I mean, he did try to kidnap us. It's okay to be a little mean to him.
I mean, honestly, I think he's really just trying to save himself. I mean, you can't blame him, but had it gone the other way, do you think he'd be as friendly?
Oh God, no.
Does
I
that
don't
The
know.
world where everybody's just as mean as you expect them to be is kind of a shit world, isn't it?
It's at this point his father kind of looks over at him. And you let them keep this individual around? He goes, I would be gone with him if I were you. If the stories you've told me are true, his people are going to come looking for closure. Might be best to not have him around you for that process. I mean, you could turn him into the local jail. Hey, you might even be able to get a bounty for him.
that also spells certain doom.
Now hold on, wait. How much do Blexico's members' bounties go for?
Depends. They've come into the spotlight. Depends on what he knows, but I mean, it could be worth a decent sum, depending on his relationship.
I'll go take care of that. I'm gonna pull him out from under the thing and hoist him up.
Well, I would do it in the morning. It's probably a little too late to turn him in now.
Oh no, he'll be awake by then.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's already started muttering.
I'd just tie him up then. But yeah, no, they probably won't be open until at least 6 or 7 in the morning. It looks like he's your problem for at least one more night.
He did say he was sorry.
Better double knot it then. All right. So, is there anything any of you wish to do this evening while you're here at the Winden?
Yes.
What you got?
Anybody else?
Nothing specific beyond like going up and having a bath.
I want to
They do
join
that.
Marius at his table, and I want to look at that map that I passed off to him with him.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll get a moment folded out.
Marius, roll. I will either give you a history check or a survival check, your choice.
Let's see. History is probably my best since I've got a lot of stuff in that. Or what? Survival?
Or survival.
Yeah, we're not doing that one. I'm the scholar. History works.
Look, it doesn't seem familiar. You don't remember reading about this? You guys want to show anybody else?
Should we share this with the others? Or?
I mean, I came to you first because you're the smartest one here. You really think they're going to have any insight on this? I mean, they're kind of, and I'll do like a spinning motion on my temple.
I'm like a couple feet away or a couple yards away, just drawing out a battle map with crayons for our quest.
I mean, there are stranger things that have happened, but this, I'm not remembering anything or making much out of this.
Really? Not even like this weird archipelago over here? And I'm going to try to give them skill advantage so I can reroll.
Sure. You guys like are rotating the map to try and figure out what it could possibly be.
I can reroll?
Yeah, I can
reroll
give
once.
advantage.
Said with advantage?
No, just a flat roll. So this is to basically give your first roll advantage. Yeah, you guys rotate the hell out of the thing. You're not sure. Your first roll was a 3 for an 11, and your second roll was a 2 for a 10.
You know what? Sure, why not?
This is an old map.
Right? It was like wrapped around a book, and it, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it fell in the ocean a few times. Look how blurry it is.
Sure, this isn't like just someone making a map that's not actually here.
You know what? I found in a book that was wrapped around some man's ramblings about internal life or restoring your youth back, so it could just be a crazy thing.
I mean, now have I heard of anything of that kind of study?
I mean, there's all sorts of different stories about it. Things that grant eternal life for people going on journeys. Hard to say which one this might be. I mean, you guys yourself have run into such a thing, although to an unknown extent, but seemingly very useful while you're within close proximity, but seemingly when the waters were taken away, they had quite the opposite effect. But whether that's this year, it doesn't look like that. You don't get any mention of the Hag House or anything
No, but
along
any
those
other
lines.
kind of studies of people looking to prolong or extend life, or
Oh, all sorts. There's people pursuing lichdom. There's people looking for magic.
It sounded like
Fountains
a
of
potion.
youth. All sorts of different
lichdom.
methods.
Who would do something like that?
You've even heard like stories of like tieflings seeking eternal life too. Something about only flames. You're not sure. You know, that was only like a snippet in a paper you read once.
Hey, Rena. You're
She wanders over.
You've seen a lot, right?
I would say.
You recognize this at all?
Takes a look at it.
Oh, you definitely not read about it, but you can roll a survival check to see if you've ever seen it.
She kind of like closes her eyes and focuses, trying to recall things from past lives. I'm going to spend a little bit of sorcery points for this.
Your DC is higher though, based on your lack of knowledge of geography on this world, though. You kind of look. Basically, you kind of just. It definitely looks like a location, but it looks like it's taken out of context. You're not sure if this is like an island or if it's part of a place, or if he only drew a portion of it. But you look at the shape; it doesn't look specifically familiar.
I think this is a piece of a map.
It's definitely a map, but I don't think it's actually from this world, if it is real at all, other than someone's drawing.
What makes you certain that it's not from this world?
I don't recognize it at all. You don't recognize it. He doesn't recognize it. This doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, but
I also don't spend my time looking at maps. I don't know how to break that to you.
I've heard of places that are often concealed. It could be a hidden island.
fair enough.
I mean, the book did say Fook a lot.
Fuga?
I don't know. Do you know anything about that, Marius?
Does that sound familiar?
Never much about Explorer violence. However, do you say this out loud?
Yeah.
People. I would have
I've heard of the people of Fook.
I turn back to look at Vash's dad.
Some sort of island off the South Seas, I believe.
You know why someone would want to go there?
I'm not sure what it is. That's I believe stories were correct. That's where the rift had occurred.
Ah. Okay.
Why do you ask?
No reason. Just fairy tales.
I wouldn't put too much stake in fairy tales. Besides, the fairies always get very angry and come back for them eventually. Just kidding.
Wasn't there that one guild that named themselves after them and they got obliterated?
I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar to me. It must be one of those Eastern guilds. Does anyone show Misfit?
I mean, we're all gathering around a paper, Misfit.
He's drawing with crayons.
I'm focused. I'm focusing.
I mean,
what is? Do I need to roll anything? I'm looking at them.
If you're gonna look at, I'm trying to think for you because you came from the north. You could just roll a general survival check.
All right.
To see if you can discern anything from it.
Now I just feel bad.
Come if I have a moment. Yeah, Uncle's a pirate. Have you ever seen anything like this? Or heard of the Fuji?
So oddly enough, Misfit, because of where you were born and because of your background, you can do a survival check at advantage.
Okay.
So you're kind of sitting there and you spin it around. And the funny thing, it almost looks like a puzzle piece in a way. Like you could almost snap this onto the bottom of the island you're on right now. It is the almost perfect match of what the jungles of the southern tip of Karis look like.
Yeah, I kind of slide it over on top of the map that I've been drawing on.
Well,
should be right there.
Why does that line up?
I told you it was only a piece.
Yeah, so it looks like it perfectly matches. Those of you that have the Karis map up, it's basically this entire piece, but it's the opposite.
Heard it.
So that's where he was looking, but he never seemed to find anything.
I'm really good at maps. I've never been to the jungle before, though.
I told you stranger things have been known. That's why we should ask them.
That's
again,
one
Marty.
mystery.
How many times has Misfit's dumb luck helped us?
So far, with just me, around 4 times. Well,
No, I guess that does kind of look like that.
well, I don't think we're going down that deep, are we? Probably can't do anything with this.
I would not recommend going down there.
Why?
I mean, no offense. I'm sure you're all very capable, but that jungle is very dangerous.
Jungle dangerous.
Much braver and stronger adventurers than you have wandered down there, and you wouldn't even want to know the shenanigans that some of them get into.
My Uncle Dirt said he went there once. And that there were like snake people. I don't know if that's true though.
I don't know if they're still there. I believe that's where their people originated from. I think they were pushed out into the southern. In fact, I believe that they lived near to the island of Fook as well. But no, I would, especially if it's a wild story, I would draw much caution. That jungle's full of strange things, and everything is deadly.
My uncle said there was a dragon there once.
Well, don't worry, there's no dragons left.
It's such a shame. I would have loved to work with some dragon parts.
Khan's a dragon.
Never would have. What?
you get the same look from Bash's dad too. He's like, huh?
It's too bad
No.
that he's in jail.
Bash is an elf, not a dragon, buddy.
No. Khan.
What?
He's in what? He's in jail?
Yeah.
That's why he's a con, correct?
He just kind of laughs a little bit.
Anyway.
We're not going to gloss over.
Wait. No.
I go back to drawing my map.
Is it?
Dragons are
It's crazy,
gone.
No, the dragons all died years ago.
It's like the one thing I consistently heard when I was a Firebright was everybody was so sad that all the dragon parts ran out because now they can't make anything out of them. They're gone. They're dead.
Just because they're hard to find doesn't mean they're gone.
I'm fairly certain they're all gone. There's a couple of crusades and other instances, and they're unfortunately hunted to extinction. Besides, I'm pretty sure I've met Colin, and I'm fairly certain he's an elf.
Serena just kind of
Maybe
nods.
dragons just got better at hiding.
Sure.
Not dragons are myths.
I've been alive a decent amount of time. I can say I've never seen one, but I mean, who knows? It's a big planet. There's places out there that even I haven't been.
Or your grandpa.
He just kind of looks over at you. We've explored many places, but no, I don't believe there's been a dragon around as far as I know, at least for a good 180 years or so.
Sounds about right. That one that was bothering Curzon 200 years ago. I still heard about that when I was up there.
Doesn't ring a bell. I don't think I know that story.
Guess it's a Firebright classic.
Ask more the next time I see someone pass through. Well, anyways, I better turn in for the night. If you need anything, let Al over there know. You just see this bald man sitting in a chair. Meh.
I think I should do the same.
Vash just kind of stretches. I've gotten enough sleep. Don't worry about it, Al. I got the bar for the evening. Like, no. It's quality control, son. I can't have you serving sandwiches to my customers.
I like snicker.
Why
And I'm gonna point at Bash.
don't you go work on your teleporting, son? It's still very sad you could only go 60 feet.
I
You
can't
know.
go any feet. 60 feet is impressive.
His grandfather could go up to 5 miles.
It's impressive.
My personal best is about 500 feet.
It's a shame that's genetic.
Well, if anything, it looks like it's getting weaker with every generation, so it may not be for long, especially if this one never has any children. Your mother would be so disappointed, son. If you're not going to be an adventurer, at least breed a good adventurer.
Pull that side.
This poor man.
Your father is very hard on you.
I guess. Unfortunately, he only had one son. Bash just kind of smiles and nods at you, Velmer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you pointing at people again?
Yes.
But yes, Dad, I will work on it. Well, anyone for a nightcap before you all turn in? I'll keep an eye on this one. He points down to the floor.
I'm gonna like. I'll sleight of hand this.
Shouldn't.
I like glance over at Amelia and then look back at what I was doing.
Okay, so you'll pour a couple of drinks for anyone who wants one before you guys head to sleep. Is there anything else you want to do before we engage your long rest? And I pick on Misfit.
Just
It's
You rolled a
2
48?
a.m. also.
Oh, it's only going to take 2 minutes to pick on Kate, don't worry.
I just didn't know if
play
you saw
some
the
music,
time.
I do.
but other than that,
All right.
Just actually
guys-
practice teleportation and no.
No, he's not going to practice teleportation.
Okay. Didn't think so.
The only thing he's teleporting is his beer into his stomach. So, as you guys go upstairs into the rooms that you had already had, he does give you your money back too, by the way.
you didn't need to do that.
I would be staying up till like 2
Why?
a.m. working
Yeah.
on something.
I could never, in good faith, charge my friends.
Thank you.
All right, so as you
I don't
guys,
remember how much I paid him.
12.
12 gold.
So, Misfit, am I being reimbursed for the 38 gold that I spent for the potion?
Huh? Saphira, could I have some money, please?
He just watches out of his cloak appears a small looking little dragonish creature.
Well, she's adorable. I hand the adorable creature the invoice.
He watches it, kind of pushes it against Misfit's back, goes back into the fur, comes out with 4 platinum pieces.
Let
Thank
him
you.
know, huh?
As you do that, Saphira looks over at you, expecting change.
Yes, I am aware. Let's see. Ooh. Hold up.
2 gold.
I will. Oh, just 2 gold.
Just 2 gold
Math
pieces.
is hard.
Mhm.
I hand over 10 silver. It's not enough, is it?
Nope. Need 20 silver.
I want to
Saphira's going to look over at Misfit,
hold up.
just kind of say something.
I have 10 copper and 9 silver.
Seeing as the struggle is going down, I'm just going to walk over and put a gold coin on the counter.
No, I had a total of.
Nope. You have 10 copper. You have 1 gold. So you have 9 silver, 10 copper, which is 10 silver, which is 1 gold. Or wait, no, you need 100 copper.
I also had. No?
No, it's 10. Oh, yeah.
I handed over 10 silver, then another 9 and 10.
Oh, okay. In addition to. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, I got you. All right. She collects it, counts it, puts it back in the fur, and then disappears.
Thank you, Saphira.
All right. So as you guys go to rest, Misfit,
Yes.
are you sharing a room with anyone? Is anyone bunking with Misfit this evening?
Serena, can we sleep together?
I've been sleeping alone lately and advertised.
All right. I need both of you to roll D100s.
Ooh.
35.
All right. So let me long rest you guys. We'll get to what our morning activities next week. However, Misfit, as both of you wake up.
You know what? I'm going to earn an inspiration on this before
Sure.
I hear the result. 18.
Okay. So as you wake up, you also notice this too, Serena. Actually, no. Let's see. Nope, it would still kind of be the same thing almost, more or less, except less painful. As you kind of wake up and stretch, Misfit, you look over at Serena, and Serena now has a drawn mustache on her lip. Serena, Misfit is missing his left eyebrow. And we'll pick up there next week because we wanted to close at 12. So
Nice. So what are we doing Friday?
Well, if I can manage to keep my old ass awake for Friday, which I should be able to do this week. Last week was long. I worked like 85 hours. We are going to be climbing up some steps to go see what's going on in Eltland's little base camp and hopefully find a body so we can get the hell out of the jungle and get towards the end of this campaign.
Yeah, I've been hearing into this campaign for like a year now or more.
Hey. You guys keep having stuff you need to do.
We'll get there when we get there.
Oh, it's just funny. Like, hey, we'll probably be wrapping up another episode or two. That was a year and a half
Well, it was
ago.
supposed to be a month or two, and then we got extended, and then we added characters, and we had some more things. And so basically, the two main things left to do are to deal with the mind flayery alien things in the north, and then depending on if Kate can sucker all of you into helping with her kingdom. But I think those are basically the two big ones we have left. Where we are now just kind of helps us with what we're trying to do in the north.
Nice. So everybody, hope to see you there midnight Central Friday. And if you could also go and subscribe on Rumble if you haven't, and give a follow there. They're doing a small creator program. But if you get between 50 and 2,000 followers, they've got a deal where you could earn like $500 in 30 days, but you got to stream 5 days a week, 5 days of the week for 2 hours a day. And we already do 3 of that. I just need to get to 50. We're at, I think, 28. So anybody wants to do that would be appreciated. Also check out YouTube for replays and follow there as well. And hang on through the credits, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody.
Serena?